All right, time now to turn back to meteorologist Cedric Haynes here in the Storm Alert Center. And Cedric, right now it is dry, but you are watching that radar out there because more rain, heavy rain, headed our way later.
That's right, Latrice. We're going to be talking about more heavy rainfall. The winds are also going to pick up a little bit as well. So we're going to have some gusty winds, heavy rain, and yes, maybe even some rumbles of thunder as well. So let's talk about all of it here as we look at the radar. Here's the good news. If you've got plans to head out for lunch right now, the weather is looking quite nice out there, at least in terms of no major rainfall coming down. You can see the last of the morning showers lifting off towards the north. So we've got a break, and over the next couple of hours, I think we will continue with that break. As we look at our future scan product, an exclusive product here at Local 3, we can take the current radar, project it out about an hour, and as you can see, not showing a lot of moisture out there, maybe a sprinkle or two lifting through southeast Tennessee, but again, for the most part, we are going to be dry during the lunch time frame, so your mid-afternoon plans look to be okay. In fact, if you look closely here over northeast Alabama, there are a few breaks in the clouds there, also over southeast Tennessee and North Georgia, so don't be surprised if you do see a few peaks of sunshine. Now, it's not going to last long, and we're not expecting a ton of sunshine, but there could be a few breaks this afternoon before we see more clouds rolling in. Now, all eyes are on this big complex of storms. This is called a mesoscale convective vortex here. It's like a mini low pressure system spinning across the state of Mississippi right now. And ahead of it, you can see this kind of bowing feature here. That's an indication of some very strong storms with a lot of strong wind gusts with it. And that is pushing on off towards the east. So areas in southeast Alabama and the western panhandle of Florida are going to have to deal with that this afternoon. Now, because of this system taking a lot of the energy with it right now, that means this activity to the north is just going to be some rainfall. So as we go throughout this evening, we may see some rain coming in, but I don't see a lot in the way of severe weather, but there's still a low end chance, and I do want to kind of keep you updated with that. So again, mostly cloudy skies, maybe a peak or two of sunshine this afternoon. The winds are going to pick up, but the better rain chances are going to hold off until later this evening and tonight. So anything you have to do between 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, I think is going to be okay. And then we'll focus on that potential of that heavy rainfall returning as we go throughout the next 12 hours or so. In fact, you can see the greatest threat for some excessive rainfall or flooding is going to be along the Gulf Coast, but there is a slight 10 to 20% chance from about Chattanooga and Point South, and about a 5 to 10% chance of some isolated localized urban flooding, basically some ponding on the roadways here in the Tennessee Valley. Now, I mentioned that small severe weather risk. You can see also where we're expecting a pretty decent chance of severe weather well to our south. But again, notice as you get closer to the Tennessee Valley, that chance really tapers off to just a very low end level 1 risk. So I don't expect widespread severe weather, but if we do see any isolated strong storms this evening or tonight, the main concern is going to be that potential of some damaging winds. Very, very minor chance of maybe a spin-up brief tornado, but I really think the greatest concern is going to be maybe some of those gusty winds, even outside of any thunderstorms, and then the potential of some flooding may actually be our highest risk, even though I don't think it'll be completely widespread. So let's take a look at futurecast, and again, you can see going into this afternoon, that warm southerly flow, and again, maybe a break or two in the cloud cover, and then here comes the chance of rain. Notice at 5 o'clock, most of that rain is still just off to our south and west, so hopefully we can get that afternoon and evening commute in before the rain arrives, and then heavy rainfall, and then even the chance of some rumbles of thunder embedded in this heavy rainfall arrives as we go towards late this evening and tonight. That will continue into the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. So I think tonight we're going to have that heavy rainfall around, some rumbles of thunder. Again, maybe even some isolated flooding with that. So we'll watch that. That pushes out of here by the time we get just past the morning commute on Thursday. And then we'll just have some isolated spotty showers during the afternoon on Thursday behind the actual front before we dry out by the time we get towards your Friday. With all that being said, again, as I mentioned, heavy rain is going to be the primary threat with an additional 1 to 2 inches of rainfall possible as the system moves through. If I do have some good news for you, it's the weekend forecast. That's looking quite nice. Here's a look at your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Again, Storm Alert weather day mainly for tonight, heading into early Thursday morning for that chance of heavy rain and a low-end risk of an isolated strong storm. The winds will pick up tonight, Latrice, but notice once we get past Thursday, the weather is all up from there.